block shots Virgin Islands better in this American Tournament Cup. And on the other hand, Virgin Islands just they are here because they were in the group B with Argentina. Argentina was the first one. They beat them and they just won one game against Canada, the first one, and they fall down basketball league eventually. And we'll see what we can do against a team like USA.
Yeah, you mentioned, let's talk about it. So Virgin Islands coming out of Group B. Argentina went 3-0 Group B.
Yeah.
Virgin Islands 1-2. They had a win over Canada, 83-71. They're led by a good player, Walter Hodge. He's a former Florida Gator. Won 2 NCAA titles in 2006, 2007. And he's had over 20 points in 2 games.
Yeah, the leader of the team is this guy, Walter Hodge. As you said, he was a 2 times NCAA champion in Florida. Played with guys like Al Horford or Joakim Noah, so he's an experienced guy. And he said before the game, we don't have nothing to lose. I mean, we are here. We are not the guys.
You can play free, right?
Yeah, you can play free. We're not the guys on the party. So it's a good experience for Virgin Islands. Played against, they got a historic thing against countries with the United States. So it's going to be funny to see how they react against a team like USA.
We'll take a break for the national anthem, then come back and get you the starting lineups. Tell you how the United States got here, getting set for the U.S. and Virgin Islands. It's coming up next after this timeout.
Of Virgin Islands. Escuchamos el himno de Estados Unidos, the national anthem of the United States.
So the United States 3-0 in Group C. Let's see how they got here. 97-56 win over Panama, 74-56 over Uruguay, and then a 72-56 win over the Dominican Republic. Their biggest test really that second game against Uruguay. It was a pretty good team. The United States coming out of the group 3-0.
Yeah, they won it easily. As we said, as you said, Uruguay was a little bit to fight there. They were at home. They got great players like Batista and all those guys. So Ranger. But I think this USA basketball team has just in a short period a little bit the hand of Jeff Van Gundy. I mean, they're focused on defense. They try to run the floor, and they got a great percentage. They got a 50. Let me check. They got a 56% from the field. That's a lot, and that's huge.
And they're a good defensive team. 2 of the 3 games in Group C, they held opponents to under 35% from the field shooting. So anytime you can do that, you don't necessarily need to score 100 points. You see the Virgin Islands lineup. We mentioned Hodge, who's the former player from the University of Florida. You have Justin and Jonathan Gray. Justin, a current player at Texas Tech. So obviously this Virgin Islands team, a little bit of an unknown. They're coming in off the 1 win, first time in the semifinals of the FIBA tournament. But they have some good athletes.
Oh yeah, they are good athletes. And I was thinking about the history about Hodge, because he was born in Puerto Rico, and then he moved. They say they can't play because he was short, you know. He's a 1.83 in centimeters, and they say they can play. So he has a great leadership on the team, especially in assists. He got a great game when they won it against Canada with 25 points and 8 assists.
Listen, you're from Argentina. There's been a lot of Argentina guards that they said are too small to play, and they turn out to be all-stars in the NBA.
Yeah.
Or over in Europe, so.
Imagine if you can say that about Campasso,
right.
For example. A short guy, and he's the leader of the team. So we got a lot of guys here from USA.
Yeah, so you see them, and their 2 leading assist men, Kendall Marshall, Larry Drew. They've had 7 assists in their last 2 games, and so it'll be Marshall in the starting lineup. We'll see Drew off the bench. He really provided a spark in the win over Uruguay. Williams, C.J. Williams wearing number 8, Marshall Plumlee, and Darren Hilliard. Hilliard's had a really good tournament in the group stage. He was in double figures at every point, or double figures at every game. Plumlee, more of a defensive guy in the middle, had 12 rebounds in the first game. And really, the NBA veteran of this group is Reggie Williams. He's played for 5 different NBA teams, including 2009 and 2011. He played over 100 games for the Golden State Warriors. So he's one of the guys with a lot of NBA experience on a relatively younger team that doesn't have a ton of NBA experience.
Well, you got the numbers over there about Darren Hilliard. With the 14 points as leader of the offensive of the United States. On the other hand, what we're talking about, Hodge. I think for USA it is interesting because these guys are all the time on the line to get the big next step, you know, to reach the NBA finally. They were working a lot of guys like Larry Drew too. We were transmitting them by ESPN with the Summer League in Vegas. Right. So in Vegas and in Utah, he played very well, acceptable numbers. Points and better in assists. So for Philadelphia, he was playing. So he was trying to do that. The great coach Sam Mitchell doing a great job with Virgin Islands. By the way, what do you think, Tom? I mean, finally they're here.
You got him here, and you got 2 big NBA names in Mitchell and Van Gundy. How about Van Gundy? First time he's been on the sidelines since 2007 with the Houston Rockets. He's normally over here where we are. A little more pressure when you're on that side of the floor, right?
I think that is good. That's what our friend Coach Morales says all the time. You don't win, you don't lose. You just do the analyst job on TV. So you don't win, you don't lose. Yeah. That was Jeff Van Gundy experience on ESPN on USA alongside with Mark Jackson, another great player and a coach. But I think it's nice for Jeff Van Gundy, and it was nice from Popovich and USA Basketball too, from Colangelo and all those guys to put again on the floor. Jeff Van Gundy, he's a great coach, and it's a pleasure to have it here, coaching the USA and doing all the knowledge he has to give to the basketball court.
Second game coming up, Mexico, Argentina. It should be a fantastic game. Mexico 3-0 in Group A, Argentina 3-0 in Group B. And Argentina's just got a bunch of playmakers. That should be a lot of fun. Yeah,
Argentina is all right. Deck is coming back from an injury ankle, and Garin is on a great moment, especially Campazzo's leader of the team. Campazzo is an excellent, great player. For me, he's an NBA player, even though there's not over there yet. And Mexico was playing very good too, with Alex Perez, with Gutierrez and Lorenzo Mata and all those guys.
Just underway here from Cordoba, Tom Golker, Leo Montero. Here's a 3 in the corner by Hilliard to start out the game, and that one a little strong. So it's Virgin Islands in the yellow and blue, USA in the white, blue. And a 3 from the corner. Jonathan Gray opens up the scoring.
Run and shoot to start. Good 3-point.
Here's Hilliard on the elbow, now in the paint. Steps into a cross-court pass. Marshall open. He'll try a 3 from the baseline. That's good. Kendall Marshall. Not known for his scoring. He was an assist man at UNC. In fact, in 2012, he led the nation in assists, averaged over 8 assists per game. He knocks down 3 all square.
That's good.
Here's Hodge, a long 3. That's in and out. Plumlee with his first rebound, and we go the other way. All tied at 3 early on. Here's Reggie Williams. 5 different NBA teams. C.J. Williams, a 3 from the corner. That's no good. C.J. Williams has been USA's leading scorer in the back-to-back games in group stage. A long outlet pass Hard to finish. That's no good, and we go the other way.
There was a good run by Virgin Islands trying to, surprise them, but it was a transition defense good, by the way, against USA. I mean, they are a little bit anxious on offensive. They were shooting a lot of threes at the beginning,
Yeah, a lot of quick threes.
Yep.
Here's Hodge, former product of University of Florida, off a screen, kicks it out. Rivera, long three. That's in and out, no good. It was halfway down, and the rebound to Plumlee. So both teams now settling for the outside shots here early on in the first 2 minutes of this game. There's a turnover. That time, Gray couldn't control it. So you have Justin and Jonathan Gray. That's Jonathan Gray. He's a product of Cornell. He spent
I think
4 years there.
The point term is going to be how much Virgin Islands can hold the intensity that USA with a little bit long, deep team can put on the floor. I think that's going to be one of the questions on both sides of the floor. I mean, on defense and on offensive, because they're young, they are athletic, they are strong, and if they play a little bit not so anxious like at the beginning, I think they're going to be good.
Virgin Islands with the ball. Here's Simmons around the perimeter. Hodge off a screen, top of the key. Outside up 3. Hodge, 6 on the shot clock. Long 3. It's in and out, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Hilliard. USA looking to go in transition. Hilliard all the way to the basket, goes up strong, draws a lot of contact as Simmons commits the foul. And Hilliard will go to the line and shoot 2.
It was a good foul. I mean, you go to the line for 2 shots. It was a good foul. Coming back in transition on defense, Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands has a great coach on Son Mitchell. He's doing a great job. And as I said before, he was huge at the first game against Canada. Then they lost with Venezuela on Group B in Bahia Blanca in Argentina. And they got deeper by more than 20 against Argentina. They played awesome at that game. But I think Virgin Islands, the big problem that they have is maybe the unfocused time, the transition to get focused or not in the game.
Here's Hodge. Now Victor. Jonathan Gray. Hodge 10 on the shot clock. USA man-to-man defense. Hodge dribbling through the paint, trying to dump it underneath that time, and a good steal by Reggie Williams. And the U.S. looking to push up the court. Marshall goes behind the back all the way to the basket, lays it up with the left hand, can't get it to go, and a late whistle. A nice little fake there by Marshall into the paint.
Nice move, huh? Nice move with Barsher. They saw he got a hole over there, so he attacked the rim. It was a foul that was watching it, so he's going to be on the line for 2.
Marshall had 2 points and 3 assists against Uruguay, 4 points against Dominican Republic, and 4 assists. This is that first free throw. He was drafted 13th overall in 2012 by the Suns. Played 48 games his rookie year, and then in 2013 played 54 games for the Lakers. Second free throw is good. That's him with the Milwaukee Bucks as well in the 76ers. So here's a guy who's had some good NBA experience. Currently playing in the G League.
Yeah, he has it. There's a lot of guys from G League like Laurie Drew and all those guys that they were, as we said before, playing the Summer League or the Utah League with some success and waiting. This is a good chance and a good opportunity to play in the USA basketball to be watched with everyone,
A little bit of a showcase for these guys trying to get on an NBA roster.
Oh, yeah.
Turnaround is good by Hilliard. A nice drive to the basket. He's led the team with 14 points per game in the group stage play. Hilliard, a good strong take. 7-3, USA on top. Here's Rivera. Really plays at Stetson University. Rivera off a screen, 8 on the shot clock, driving to the basket, kicks across court. Hodge, a 3. It's short. Long rebound pulled down, and another look here for the Virgin Islands.
USA playing good defense right now.
Here's Victor into the paint, and a foul on the floor.
The Plumlee presence on the paint, helping everyone. It's nice to see in those last minutes. And when the Virgin Islands play the pick and roll, especially on the middle of the court, and the top of the key, USA sometimes they switch, and sometimes they step out and come back, and they're doing it great.
14 on the shot clock. Rivera is going to lob it into Hodge. As Virgin Islands set up an offensive play. Hodge bounce pass in the middle. Martinez got tied up. He's going to get called for traveling.
See, that was a good example because they switch and Plumlee stays with the other guy, with the little one. But a third guy appears on the paint with the penetration, and they stop it.
7-3, U.S. on top. Under 6 to go here in the first quarter. Here's C.J. Williams. A lot about the jumper from the elbow. It's Reggie Williams for 3. Got it. Reggie Williams knocks down a 3. And the U.S. on top, 10-3.
And that's the biggest lead, Tom. 10-3. It was 3-0 at the beginning of the game, and now 10 in a row for USA.
Hodge lost it momentarily. U.S. playing man-to-man defensively. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Rivera. 3 from the wing from Gray. That's no good. And Plumlee, another rebound, his third of the game. Kendall Marshall looking to drive at the free throw line. Kicks it in the corner. Hilliard all the way to the basket. Goes up strong. Draws contact again for the second time here in the first quarter. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair of free throws.
Another hard foul. At this time with Brom Alec. United States is function right now. You know, they're putting on the work from the defensive side to the offensive side. I mean, they play good defense, great rebounding. The Plumlee presence is too big on the paint, and right now they're getting some penetrations, attacking the rim, and some long shots, and they're getting some advantage of that.
When you talk about that next game coming up, Mexico and Argentina, did you see a favorite in that game, or who do you like in that one? Do you think Argentina will be the favorite going in?
Argentina and Mexico?
Yeah.
Well, Argentina is going to be so we are home. This is Argentina. So the national team is a good crowd. There's a lot of sympathy again with the crowd and with the national team. It doesn't happen in soccer. It doesn't happen in soccer. People get more angry, but with the basketball team, Campazzo's leadership, Scola is out, but the young players like Garino and Deck and La Provitola and all those new guys and Brusino, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting game against Argentina and Mexico. I think Argentina can beat them, but if you said, look, we are in Argentina, but Argentina is going to lose. It's going to lose against Mexico. I mean, I can't guarantee that because Mexico is a good team. They were playing good. Alex Perez, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Paco Cruz, and Lorenzo Mata. They play very well in Medellin, very well. And they play awesome, and especially against the big guys. Mata was playing very good.
Yeah, all accounts do is a very physical team, Mexico.
Yeah,
so
of course it is.
To deal with that as Hilliard steps to the line. Next on that free throw, he's a product of Villanova. Average just over 11 points per game and 112 starts, 1,500 points for his career.
You know, Valdemillos, the coach from Mexico, the Spanish guy, says we got like a little thing from 2015 in Mexico. We lost against Argentina, our ticket to go to Rio with the Olympics in 2016. So
a little payback?
Yeah, they want the payback today. They want it. I don't know if they can do it, but they want it, and they're playing great basketball. He said also, allow me this, with Jorge Gutierrez was out of that game. Everything changed from Mexico. So Jorge Gutierrez is the key, the point guard with experience in Milwaukee and Brooklyn. For Mexico, one of the keys for tonight.
There's Rivera for 3. He knocks that down, his first bucket of the game. 12-6. United States on top. Under 5 to go here in the first quarter. And an offensive foul against the USA, an illegal screen. So checking in for the first time for the United States, Reggie Hearn. Hearn had a big game against Uruguay, 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting. He wears number 10. Played his college ball at Northwestern.
But you know, as any USA basketball team, they had they had like a choral, like a plural thing about points and all that stuff, because always we're talking about 10 players playing, separate minutes, So it's, it's normal when you see a USA team, they play like that.
Yeah, Jeff Van Gundy has a lot of weapons at his disposal for this tournament.
Yeah, but even with the stars, when you saw Carmelo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Dwayne Howard, all those guys, they got like 15 points each one. You don't have a guy who scores 30.
And figure out how to share it. That was Victor.
Yeah, they share the ball.
12-8 our score here. Here's Marshall with it. Plumlee coming out to set a screen. Marshall driving, dumps underneath, looking for Plumlee. Not a good pass and a turnover. Rivera pushing it the other way, kicks it out. Gray for three from the wing. In and out, no good. Not a bad look for Gray. He was wide open.
It was a Warriors play.
Yeah, that's right. Usually Curry or Thompson.
Yes, yeah, it was a running guy. Run and gun and shoot for three. It wasn't good.
Middle Marshall 6 points early on here. And a timeout taken by the United States, Jeff Van Gundy. And this is the 9th time the USA has played in AmeriCup. The first time since 2007. You were talking about some of the squads as USA goes to the bench. We'll get you a list of who they played in 2007 in a minute here. Xavier Mumford checking in for the first time, and ring number 9 for the United States. Virgin Islands going to the bench as well. It'll be Khalid Hart, who currently plays at Marist. He'll inbound. 16 on the shot clock. Here's Hodge. Jones coming out to set a screen. Hodge all the way to the basket with the left hand. Can't get it to go. It was a nice move to get there.
That was a good play, yeah? It was a shame that Hodge couldn't score because the pick and roll was good. Jones is too big and Hodge is too quick. So left-handy, it was good on the glass.
More subs here for the United States. Checking in Billy Barron, Larry Drew, Jameel Warney. Here's Mumford all the way to the basket. The floater along the baseline is good. Xavier Mumford knocks it down. 14-8, United States on top. Van Gundy really going with 5 changes here early on in the first quarter. Mumford getting that basket. Here's Jones to Hodge. Hodge, 24 points in the opening game against Canada in Group A. Here's a bounce pass underneath, and a nice finish that time by Martinez.
Nice pass by Hodge. Nice pass. Cut into the basket, the big guy. Going very, very deep. And there's the, the indications, the opinions about the playmaker. Good pass with both hands and finish it well.
Substitution for Virgin Islands. Deion Edwin going to check in for the first time. Edwin played his college ball at Kent State. Here is Hodge, 2 NCAA titles at University of Florida. Kicks it out. Jones open from just the top baseline. That is no good.
But the play was right. I mean, they played. The Virgin Islands was playing good the last couple of actions. Well, not on defense here, not on defense here, but on the offensive side, they're taken by good decisions.
Mumford's second basket of the game. Here's Hart, double team, trying to kick it out. A pass takes a deflection. Edwin able to track it down. 10 on the shot clock for the Virgin Islands. They operate left to right here. Opening quarter, under 2 minutes to go.
Ooh.
Edwin's floater in the paint, no good, and it will go to the United States.
It was a floater, but Baron Williams falls down very hard on the floor, playing defense for USA. A lot of changes on the team. Remember, the biggest lead was 9. Look at it. You have it. All of it. Oof.
There's Drew bringing the ball up the court for the United States. He had 7 points, 7 assists in the win against Panama. 3 points in the last game against Dominican Republic. Mumford has had 2 quick baskets on the elbow. Kicks it out. Drew, cross-court pass. Barron at the free throw line. Out to Drew. Fakes the 3. Mumford hesitates. Kicks it back out. Drew around. Barron. 5 on the shot clock in the corner. Hearn driving all the way to the basket. Kicks it out. Barron for 3. Off the front of the rim. No good. Nice tip out by Hearn. Another offensive possession. Mumford for 3 from the wing. That's no good. Warney, the putback is good for 2. Second time, Hearn got a piece of that rebound. Credit him for keeping that play alive.
The second time, but the initial ball movement was the best of the USA on the night. It was a great ball movement. They shoot it by number 5, Baron Williams. It couldn't be, and the 2 offensive boards finally get the USA the basket, but it was a great ball movement for.
Under a minute to go here, opening quarter. Tom Coulter, Leo Montero coming to you from Cordoba. Semifinal action of the 2017 AmeriCup. Barron cross-court pass. Hearn open for 3. No good. Jones with the rebound. 10-point lead for the United States. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Mexico-Argentina. That'll be our next game. Just the second all-time meeting between the U.S. and the Virgin Islands. First one coming back in 2007 when the U.S. won the AmeriCup, won 10-0 in that tournament. Last time they participated. Here's Barron off a turnover. Hearn. And a whistle.
Yeah, it was a foul before. USA that bought in $25 million in 1917 Virgin Islands. So they put the Virgin Islands of the United States because it's the Virgin Islands of England. So there's a lot of history against these two.
Sort of like you're going up against your cousin or
your
brother, right?
They're like little cousins, 120,000 people living in Virgin Islands, actually. And the great Tim Duncan is from there, for example, You never have to know, but Larry Drew, second, is the son of Larry Drew, the assistant coach, and the great head coach who used to coach Atlanta Hawks, and actually is an assistant coach in Cleveland Cavaliers with Tyrone Lue. So he's the son trying to catch the Sioux Sky Folks, trying to catch an NBA team again. He's in the G League.
That shot partially blocked. Will just be 3 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Good strong move that time by Steven Adams. Just couldn't finish. Deflection, Mumford. Almost got it to go.
Oh my.
And at the end of one, the United States looking good here in the opening quarter. From Cordova, they lead at 22-10 over the Virgin Islands. Semifinal action in the 2017 AmeriCup. So the opening first quarter there, pretty good for the United States. Both teams were settling for long shots early.
Yeah.
But the United States finally settled down a little bit, got some baskets at the glass.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. They get anxious at the beginning, maybe a little bit nervous, trying to connect from the beginning. They slow down, and finally USA showing what they have, what they can do, playing good defense, especially on the pick and rolls. Later on, Virgin Islands getting some advantage of that situation, but you have the numbers over there. 83% points from 2 points, a little bit lower from the 3-point range, but from a biggest lead like 12, finished the first quarter with United States 22-10. If you want to win a basketball game doing just 10 points in a quarter, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So USA doing the right things in both ends of the floor. That's the point. I mean, that would be the title. And they finished with a great ball movement in one of the last plays of the game. So let's see how they react. I mean, it's Virgin Islands because the control of the game is with the USA.
Virgin Islands put up 83 points in the opening game against Canada. 86-84 lost to Venezuela. Then they got blown out by Argentina, 104-58. So they showed, at least in the first two games of that group stage, they put up 80-plus points.
Well, as you mentioned, they have a slow, but very slow in the first quarter against Argentina last time.
Yep.
It was like, I can't remember right now, but it was like 22-3, 22-5. That was the score at that time.
United States shooting 7 of 15 in that opening quarter. Virgin Islands 4 of 17, 23%. U.S. 46% in that first quarter, 2 of 9 from 3-point range. Virgin Islands 2 of 10. So it's Barron, Warney, Hearn, Mumford, and Drew on the court for the United States. Second quarter just underway.
Yes,
Tom
sir.
Colker, Leo Montero coming to you from Cordoba.
You want to say like we said in Cordoba?
Cordoba.
Perfect. In Argentina, yes. The middle of the country.
Edwin swings it cross court. Adams. The floater by Hart is good, and a nice take to the basket. That time Hart gets 2.
Nice move, nice play. Old school.
Here's Drew off a screen. Larry Drew played at UCLA for some time in North Carolina. Warney on the baseline. He's averaging 10 rebounds a game. Kicks it out. Barron. 7 on the shot clock. Back down to Warney. He's double teamed on the block. Spinning baseline. Turns. And that's good. Nice touch by the big fella on the left block.
Nice touch, a lot of patience, going to one side to the other one, and they get a hook in the right hand. It was all net, so great patient and intelligent move by him.
At 13 points against Dominican Republic. Simmons, that long jumper is good. That's Martinez. Martinez, the second basket of the game. That's 4 points. U.S. on top, 24-14. Drew Hearn from just inside the free throw line. That's no good. And it is the Virgin Islands coming the other way. It's Adams on the ball off a screen. Adams dumps it down low. That pass intercepted by Barron. Good read. Barron bounce pass ahead. Mumford all the way to the basket. Gets hit as he goes up. We'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Last time we saw Borney putting on the work, he has just 5 points now. He had 7. He's a double-figure guy, as you said before. 10-3 on points and 10 rebounds during this AmeriCup in Montevideo. So he's playing a great tournament for the team. He's a big figure inside the paint. I think he's one of the leaders of the team,
Yeah, he's been
in that sense.
Yeah, he's been a big guy the whole tournament for them as Mumford knocks down the first free throw. He's Stony Brook's all-time leading scorer. He's one of 110 Division I players to finish his career with over 2,000 points and over 1,000 assists. Pretty good.
That's good.
25-14, United States on top. Semifinal action. It's Argentina and Mexico coming up next. Ball kicked out to Edwin. Simmons calling for it along the baseline. Dribble out to the wing. 8 on the shot clock. Adams kicks it cross court. Jones, a long jumper. That's no good. And the rebound to Mumford.
Great. Another great defense by USA.
Mumford off the last for 2 more. He's having a good first half here off the bench for the U.S. Already 8 points.
Yeah, he's on fire right now. 14, the biggest lead.
Mumford had 8 points against the Dominican Republic in the last group stage game. There's a jumper from the left elbow. That's no good. And the U.S. looking to go the other way. Drew at the free throw line kicks it out. Barron, quick 3, short. And the rebound pulled down by Adams. Adams, who plays at Tennessee Tech. Averaged 3.4 points last season. That jumper too strong. Rebound to Simmons, and another look here. Edwin. Martinez has it poked away. And Mumford, Drew. It's Drew with it all the way to the basket, leaving it over the head from Mumford. Wasn't ready for it. And Virgin Islands get it back.
It was a nice idea.
Mumford wasn't aware.
He thought for both, The teammate wasn't ready.
Simmons, 8 on the shot clock. Hands it off to Hart. Hart being guarded by Drew, the U.S. man-to-man. Hart off a screen at the free throw line, all the way to the basket, the up and under, no good. Nice job to get there, just couldn't get the finish.
It was nice good, too. Nice move. Couldn't finish, of course.
Mumford all the way to the basket, kicks it out. Williams for 3, that's no good. Loose ball, Barron tips it. Mumford from the right elbow, that's good. Mumford now 10 points.
Yeah, we said he is on fire.
That's a tournament high for him.
He got a 2-1 and another 2 baskets, so 6 points in a row. Oh, no, 7 points in a row.
He had 8 points against Panama in the opening game of group stage, and then 8 points against Dominican Republic.
That's good for him, and good for the team, of course.
30-14, the United States on top. Here's Hart. Jones coming out to set a screen. Hart, step back, fakes the jumper, kicks it to Jones. Another good defensive effort by the United States. Shot clock violation.
Sometimes USA is playing like zone, like with the mixed matches. They switch in all the pick and roll and blocks, and it seems like one-on-one at that times, like a zone with the matchups. I mean, with the switches, and they stay with the guy with the ball. They never get stuck on the pick and roll, the USA defense, and that's a good idea by Bagandi, and it's working.
Marshall back into the game for Drew. Here's Hilliard. Hilliard is Team USA's leading scorer coming into this game, 14 points per game. Trying to kick it out. He's going to be called for traveling.
Yep.
Reminder, FIBA rules, you got to put the ball on the floor first before you take it. It's a little different from some of these NBA guys.
Oh, yeah.
So you're get used to that, right? Some different FIBA rules.
And the FIBA rules, by the way, they're going to change right now, like in NBA. So when you get the ball and you put the first foot on the floor, there's going to be 0. From that, step 1, step 2. So it's going to be like 3 steps,
well, really
not
3.
2.
Right.
And that's what happened all the time in the NBA, you know. You say, hey, traveling, too many steps. No, we are in the NBA.
In Europe, you get 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Another substitution.
Yep.
Virgin Islands.
Got their Victor going to check in. USA on top, 30-14. In just the second all-time meeting between these two teams. Here's Adams off a screen. Victor calling for it down. The last time they met, 2007, it was a 123-59 win for the United States. It's the last time the U.S. participated in the AmeriCup. They went 10-0.
2007? That was Vegas.
Yep.
With the United States winning it and playing the final against Argentina. They both qualified for Beijing 2008.
Yeah, the
final. The Olympics.
118-81, that U.S. roster. That included Jason Kidd, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony. Scola had 23 points in that game. Bryant had 31 in the title game.
Especially include of those guys who've been playing before in Japan 2006. Especially Kobe Bryant and Jason Kidd as the leaders of that team to get the courage and the talent that USA always had. But they kind of lost it in 2004 against Argentina in the Olympics in Greek. And then in 2006 in Japan.
Hilliard, a nice jumper from the top of the key. He showed a great stroke all tournament long. Averaging 14 points per game. Rivera dumps it down low, a nice feed and a wide open look for Martinez. Nice pass by the young point guard from Stetson University.
Yeah, nice job on Martinez. You know, as a trailer after the pick and rolls, rolling good. Attacking the rim. You have it over there. See? They get the position. They ask for the ball. Rivera is wide open. The eyes open. And Javier could finish the nice play.
It's like the third or fourth time we've seen the Virgin Islands be able to get a relatively easy pass into the paint.
Yeah.
A good finish. So we're continuing to fight here. Timeout by the United States.
You know, on one hand, I'm saying USA is playing good defense. And we can check it out in the score, in the box score. But at the same time, they got a lot of situations like pick and roll that the big guys are doing the things good on Virgin Islands, an offensive side, you know. But you know, sometimes it looks like it's one-on-one. One good defense, one good offense.
USA out rebounding the Virgin Islands 17-11 here in the first half. Virgin Islands shooting 32%. As you got to look at Jeff Van Gundy. First time he's back on the sideline since 2007 with the Houston Rockets. Of course, had the log stint with the New York Knicks from 96 through 2001. USA shooting 50% from the field. 11-22. Another look at that nice little touch by Warney on the block.
Well, they have 56 in the tournament from the floor, so they are a little bit close to that number, you know.
C.J. Williams, Hilliard, Reggie Williams, Marshall, and Plumlee on the court for the United States. There's Reggie Williams spinning baseline, turnaround jumper. It's good. A tough shot from 15 by Reggie Williams.
It's a shot like, you know, a little bit hardened shot. You
Yep.
know, the beard, left-handy.
Yep. Make that beard a little longer.
Yeah.
Might have something going.
He has to.
Here's Hodge, a nice slip past Martinez for 2 more.
See, another one. Nice job on Martinez doing the pick and roll, rolling very good to the deep in the paint, waiting for the ball, having the great reception, and good for the point guards, doing a great job to feeding them.
Williams in the corner. C.J. Williams fakes the 3, drives all the way to the basket. A nice fake and a lane for 2.
Nice move too. Another one with the left hand. Always hard to play defense against the guy who's left-handy. We mentioned Harden. We can mention Ginobili. We can mention, you know, Dragic, a lot of guys in the NBA, in the FIBA basketball. A great left-handies.
Hilliard a little bit out of control as he took that jumper. Bergeron's going the other way. Adams kicks it out. Edwin for three. In and out, no good. It looked good when it was left his hands. We go the other way. Reggie Williams all the way to the basket, coast to coast, off the glass. He will go to the line and shoot two.
Another hard move.
Strong take.
With the bear. Nice job on number 7, Williams, playing good.
Well, Reggie Williams played at Virginia Military Institute. He led NCAA in scoring his last 2 years. As a junior, he scored 28.1 points per game. As a senior, 27.8 points per game. Pretty good. Led the nation in scoring 2 years in a row.
Of course, it's pretty good, and he decided as well the last play because he was on an open floor and nobody was coming. So he was 1-on-1. He attacked the rim, and he got the 2 shots.
There's Williams at the line. Can't get that first free throw to go. Played with 5 different NBA teams: Golden State, Charlotte, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, and New Orleans. Last year played with the Oklahoma City Blues in the G League. Gets that free throw to go.
Point number 6 for Williams. We get Mumford with 10 points, like the best scorer of the USA team.
Rivera, ball worked around the corner. Adams, back to Rivera, 8 on the shot clock. U.S. man-to-man defensively. Rivera on the elbow, hands it off. Hodge into the paint. Hodge with the left hand. Got it to go. What a tough shot by Walter Hodge.
Oh, my God. That was a good one, huh?
He was looking for a call.
He deserved it. Yeah.
He was not at the free throw line right now.
He was waiting for the 2-on-1.
Williams for 3. Short. Plumlee tips it back out. Another offensive possession for the United States. Hilliard splits a double team all the way to the basket with the scoop for 2 more.
Another nice individual move by USA with those guys. Mumford, Williams. They're playing very good. Great level right now.
Rivera working off a screen. Kicks it in the corner. Martinez, a long jumper from the baseline. That's in and out, no good. Hearn with the rebound. Here's Marshall the other way. U.S. on top, 39-22. It's Hearn at the free throw line all the way to the basket with the right hand. You see now the last 4 possessions, Leo, the U.S. is taking it right to the basket.
Yeah, I was thinking if they have the patience that they are having. They are 17 points, the biggest lead. They are going to the line right now, almost 20. If they get that patience, and I was talking at the beginning of the game, what's going to happen about the intensity? If Virgin Islands can handle it, the intensity, the USA with a deep and long team, they're going to put on the floor on the defensive end, then running the floor, and on the offensive side. I'm sorry. So I think with the patience and with the intensity and with the courage and the aggressiveness they have in the both ends of the floor, USA. I mean, if you say they can beat them by 30, maybe I will sign.
Well, we still got under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. See if Virgin Islands can come back a little bit. They've had success when they tried to go to Martinez in the paint.
Yeah.
See if they can get back to that.
Martinez and Hodge.
Here's Hodge with it. Martinez setting a screen. Ball worked around the corner. Adams left wing for 3. Too strong.
They was playing zone like that. They was playing zone, like a typical zone 2-3.
Marshall pulls up, fires, can't get it to go. Plumlee tips it out. It's loose, saved by Reggie Williams. Back to Marshall at the free throw line. Marshall on the elbow, kicks it out. Here's Williams. Plumlee coming out to set a screen. 7 on the shot clock. Williams spinning. Dumps it down low for Plumlee. Plumlee double team out to Marshall. 1 on the shot clock. Got to put it up.
No basket?
So there may have been a foul with 1 second on the shot clock. So
Yeah.
the U.S. gets bailed out. It was good defense there by the Virgin Islands.
The foul is there with Rivera when the possession was, finishing, closing it. It was a shame because it was a
Good defense for 23
yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
U.S. going to the bench. Plumlee will take a seat. Warney checking back in. Warney getting it, turning and scoring. A nice feed from Marshall. Warney's posted on that left block.
Another great move by number 13, Warney, Jamel Warney. He's playing good in double figures, as we said before. Right now with the left hand, and now with the block shot.
2 blocks in a row by the U.S. on Hodge. There's Reggie Williams pushing it ahead quickly to Hearn. Hearn in for 2 more, and the United States up now. Doubled.
They are now by 22.
Yep.
22. They get patient. They're working the game with the same intensity, Tom.
Nice jumper by Rivera from the top of the key.
There's a technical foul on number 6.
Well, Hodge is still upset when he scored that basket a couple minutes ago that he didn't go to the free throw line. He's been talking to the officials ever since.
Yeah.
I think they finally had enough.
He's not getting focused, you know. He's the leader of the team. He's the mind of the team. He has to be concentrated. He has to be focused on the job of the team. They are now losing by 22 and even more.
Williams can't get that one to go. Reggie Williams had 9 points against Uruguay in the group stage. His first game was as big as 13 points, 4 of 12 shooting. Had 4 3-pointers in that opening win against Panama. The U.S., the winners of Group C, 3-0. Marshall quicks across court. Williams, 15 on the shot clock, into the paint, and the jumper is in and out, no good. Here's Hart the other way. It's Hodge, kicks it out. Gray for 3, got it. Jonathan Gray, a product of Cornell, knocks down a 3.
That's good for him.
Last few seconds here of the first half. Mumford looking to go one-on-one, pulls up from the top of the key, no good.
We get a biggest lead of 22, and USA is winning by 44-27. That 3-point get a little bit of confidence to the Virgin Islands, but I don't think so. I think Sam Mitchell has a lot of talk with the guys on this halftime. 27. We said 10 points in a quarter. Yep. It was too poor to win a basketball game. So 27 on a halftime too.
And there you go. The 10 points, especially against a team like the U.S. that can score quickly.
Yeah.
And we saw that for the Virgin Islands against a team like Argentina, maybe one of the best offensive teams, maybe the best offensive team in the whole tournament with all the scoring power they have. There's the U.S. You see what they're shooting. 50% for the game, 16 of 32.
Yeah, it's 2 points. You see that score. They just missed 4 shots. 4 shots. 14 of 18. Talking about shots close to 2 points, On rebounds, we got a difference there, 23-11. On assists, we are close. 3 blocks for USA, 0 for Virgin Islands, 6 steals, 6 turnovers, 7 turnovers, 2 steals for Virgin Islands. So USA is doing a good thing. We got Mumford at the top of the scores with 10 points. Martinez doing a great job, huh, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, we saw in the first half Martinez has the ability to get into the paint. Hodge has the ability to get into the paint. He's finished a couple times. So that's where the Virgin Islands has had success in the first half, is when they've been able to get into the middle and get those layups. We look at some of their first half highlights.
Prior to the game, we of course say USA is a better team than Virgin Islands. They got the advantage in all the areas of the game. And I was asking myself, and I was asking to you, and I was asking to the audience on FIBA, what's going to happen with the intensity and the long team that they have.
Sure.
When I'm talking about intensity, I'm talking about on the defensive side and an offensive side, even in the transition of how they run the floor. Because from the defense, they can run the floor as we saw with this guy, with Mumford, with Williams, with Larry too. So with all the pointers, they can put it on the quick side, on the quick ball in the hand. They push it, and they are trying to get advantage of Virgin Islands and the transition defense. So it is it's still being nice to see if they're gonna have a reaction of that USA intensity or not. If they don't have it, they will lose him by 30. Actually, right now they're losing by a little bit less, but the biggest lead was 22 points.
Virgin Islands have shown the ability to score, but the question is in the second half, can they come up with enough stops defensively to get back in the game? We saw in the first half, especially the second quarter for the United States, they really did a good job of getting to the basket, whether it was Williams, Hearn, Hilliard, all the guys, wherever they really wanted to drive and get to the basket, they were able to get there and finish.
I think the point for Virgin Islands is going to be in the, again, well, that's the play that we're watching right now that you said about Hodge, you know? He was pissed off about the 2-on-1. They get the technical after that. His team is losing by 20. He doesn't have to lose his mind, you know, because he's the leader of the team. So they need it. They need to focus. But the point is they have to improve. They have to improve a lot better in defense. On the defensive end at the beginning, and then on the offensive side too, because 17 points is too poor to win a game. And they know, and he knows.
Yeah, man.
He knows.
Taking you through some of the other numbers, the U.S. 50% overall. They were just 2 of 14 from three-point range. Did a good job at the line, 10 of 15. 24 rebounds, 15 total for the Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands in the first half, 34% from the field. 3 of 14 from downtown, that's just 21%. They did not take a free throw in that first half. Virgin Islands 9 assists, 8 turnovers. The U.S. 8 assists, 6 turnovers. So neither team really lit it up from downtown, but overall the U.S. still shooting 50% despite just shooting 14% from three-point range. That just speaks to how many good looks they had close at the basket. A lot of layups and easy finishes.
Yeah, you're right. We used to say all the time in basketball, if you got the rebounds and you don't turn over the ball, you can win. So USA is winning the battle on the boards 24-15. They are not losing the ball, 6 turnovers against 8. And also they have a 50% on the floor. So those 3 areas are very important in basketball game, and they are very good in that. And let me say this, 2 from 14 in the 3-point range. So what will happen if USA start making those 3 points?
Yeah, it's
the difference is going to be 30.
Yep, absolutely.
Because they only have 2. They were running good the floor, and if the rings opens and they got the 3 points that they shooting, but sometimes they're shooting well. The best 3-point shoot is what they have deep on the side, and they pass the ball to the corner or the wing side, and they take it from inside to outside. So when the 3 points, they're gonna make it. I think it's gonna be if Virgin Islands doesn't have a solution for that, it's gonna be a disaster. It's not gonna be 22. It's gonna be 32.
We'll take a short break. Second half coming up next. USA and Virgin Islands back after this timeout.
tocas a él, el que está de mostaza.
Yeah, in like 1 minute. Yes. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Javi says tomorrow we're gonna switch again. I don't know. Todo bien, no pasa nada, te sigo. Quería que estuviera en Estados Unidos y que dijo que internamente quería a alguien. Creo que la mujer que me está acá bueno, la entrada, digo, nunca algo así. Entendí un poquito y después ¿está bien? Sí, estoy bárbaro, qué punto. Pero quiero acá, quiero hacerlo con vos, boludo.
It's nice to meet you. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome back in, everybody. Tom Colker at Leo Montero getting set for the second half. United States, Virgin Islands, the U.S. on top big. Leo, you taking a little video here? Tell everybody where they can. Well, you have hundreds of thousands of people who follow you on social media.
We're taking for the followers, and we can reach us about social media. T Colker on Twitter, on Instagram, and Facebook too.
Yep.
Okay, and you can follow me, Soy Leo Montero, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We are here with this game, 44 USA, 27 Virgin Islands. We're doing a great first game. We have Argentina and Mexico.
It's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be following. Yep. Well, as we said before, this is going to see how intensity they have. The USA has a lot of intensity in both ends of the floor, and we can see in the second half how they respond. I mean, they are Virgin Islands. They are just doing 27 points on the offensive side on the first half, and that's too poor to win a basketball game, as we said before, yeah?
10 points in the first quarter. U.S. led by Xavier Munford. He has 10 points, which is a tournament high for him. Meanwhile, the Virgin Islands shooting just 34% for the game. So like you said, we'll see if they can come back better. Can they have that defensive intensity in the second half to allow them maybe to get back in the game?
I think USA can have the intensity on defense because they are a long, deep team, you know, and they run good the floor. They play good defense. They when they get the open floor, they do it well. And Munford was on fire and then that time of the floor, a couple of minutes doing like 7 or 8 consecutive points. So let's see what both teams can bring to the second half.
Yeah. Virgin Islands did show some success when they got into the paint with the likes of Hodge and Martinez. So he was able to get to the basket 3 or 4 times for some easy layups. Maybe they can get back to that in the second half and cut into the lead a little bit.
Martinez and Hodge are doing a great job, but I think they need more.
Yeah,
they need more teammates to step up to do another things, you know, because they can't handle this difference against USA. They are too strong. They are too athletic. So they need a little bit more of another teammates. I don't know which ones. I don't know who, but I'm sure that they need someone else to help the team with the offensive side, especially with Hodge as a point guard and Martinez on the paint. You know. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
All right, here we go for the United States. It'll be Hilliard, Plumlee, Williams, Marshall, and C.J. Williams, so both Reggie and C.J. on the court. And the U.S. will start with the ball here as they operate left to right in the second half. 44-27 lead. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Mexico and Argentina, our second game. Reggie Williams, a three from the baseline to start out the third quarter, no good. And then a foul as Marshall had position inside. For the Virgin Islands, it is Jonathan Gray, Angel Rivera, Walter Hodge, Javier Martinez, and Steven Adams. There's a jumper in the corner by Williams. That's no good. So it's 0 for 2 to start out here in the third. Here's Rivera all the way to the basket. The point guard kicks it out. Good ball movement here. Hodge on the elbow. Hodge to the basket. High for 2 and the foul. Now he got the call. He didn't get it in the first half. He gets it here in the second half. And Hodge will go to the line. Chance for a three-point play.
And Hodge finally has the 2 and 1 because he was waiting for it. He get a technical foul to ask for it.
That's right.
So he had it. The life as it is in the second half. You were in Montevideo working for FIBA, watching all those 3 games with USA, right? So I'm asking you, how do you see them on the second halves?
They played very well in the second half against Uruguay, which they needed to because Uruguay led that game throughout the first half for the most part. USA kind of stormed back late. They took a 2-point lead into the half as Williams goes up strong. Plumlee there for the putback and the dunk. But the U.S. responded well in the second half. So in each game, they've come out and played pretty good second half basketball. They needed to against Uruguay because that was a really good game.
So my question is about, editorial for me was going to be if they're going to relax or not.
Right.
I mean, if the USA team is a team that used to see the clock, used to watch the score. No, I think just Van Gundy says, hey, guys, don't look at the score. Keep playing. Yep. I don't care if they beat him by 20 or 30 or 10. You just keep playing with intensity. I think that's the message.
Sure.
And I think that's what is making a good team of him.
And I don't think they've let up in any game, especially in that group stage as Marshall gets fouled. And like we were talking about in the pregame a little bit, a lot of these guys on this USA roster have played in the NBA or in the G League right now. So this is a showcase for them. They're trying to show to some other teams, hey, they should get a look on some NBA rosters. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, they really haven't let up in any game so far. So it's Kendall Marshall at the line.
And, of course, you have the Jeff Van Gundy's eyes on them. That's good, someone who's taking care of you. And, of course, Popovich.
Yep.
Popovich is watching that.
Oh, sure.
Give you the chance to, with the USA organization, to Steph Van Gundy. Popovich is going to coach the team the next years ahead. So it's a good motivation, for the guys from USA Basketball.
Yeah, they had a training camp in Houston. Popovich was there for a little bit before the team flew to Montevideo for the group stage. Here is Hodge off a screen from the elbow. That's no good. Plumlee up high for another rebound. USA on top, 48-30. Marshall, that's 6 points in the first half. Throwing the lob for Plumlee, gets it underneath the basket, goes up strong, and he will go to the line and shoot 2 as he gets hacked by Jonathan Gray.
Plumlee is a little bit more active, in this starting to the second half. So he's doing great things. He's too big, Tom. He's too big. The presence of Plumlee in offense and especially on defense, helping the teammates. It's too big, too strong, too athletic. So, you have to, at least, if you're not going to get the score, you're going to get the block shot. If not, you're going to have to correct your shot. So it's going to be difficult. 3 points, 7 boards.
Had 9 points and 12 rebounds in the opening win against Panama. He was in foul trouble throughout the second game against Uruguay, so it was a tough game. Ended up fouling out early on in the second half. Here's Rivera. U.S. on top, 50-30. Adams off a screen, kicks it up top. Long 3 is short by Gray, and the long rebound to Marshall. Quickly ahead, Hilliard. And he traveled.
Too many steps. But the intention was good one, Run the open floor. You got the situation over there. Wow, that was like 3 steps, without dribbling.
That's a travel in any league.
Yeah, right? That's a traveling here and in China, whatever it is.
Hodge, a long jumper, is short. C.J. Williams with the rebound. He's been the U.S.'s leading scorer back-to-back games. Reggie Williams, a nice fake, take to the basket, and 2 more. Or the former leading scorer in NCAA basketball for 2 straight years out of VMI.
And Williams reminds me, without the bird, too much to James Harden. He got a way to move with the left hand, with the bird too. If you're gonna see the look, but he's playing good and good penetrations. He has a great first step.
Yep. He's about the same size as Harden. They're big guys, but he can move really well. Williams 6'6".
There, Hodges was saying something about the trio stay with him. They get unfocused, on defense. Some distractions, Yep. That pen's not working.
Nope. You need to sub that out real quick.
That pen's not working, I know. A lot of faces here. A lot of friends from Argentina.
Yeah, well, you're a celebrity here, so.
A lot of celebrities coming to the game. I know.
Coming up to try and talk to you. I don't think they realize you're trying to broadcast the game here.
No, but actually, it's a lot of great basketball players, especially from this state, from Cordoba. National team guys. A lot of guys coming to the arena. There was, for example, from Puerto Rico was Picolín Ortiz. Was a huge guy from Puerto Rico. Working right now for the FIBA and for the Puerto Rico Federation.
Famously got into a little bit of an altercation with Alonzo Mourning in the Pan Am games.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Two big guys. That was in Seattle, I believe.
Yeah.
Here is Hodge.
And there's a lot of players who used to play in the national team in Argentina here in Cordoba. It's always nice to see them.
Rivera kicks it in the corner. Hart fakes the 3. Gray thought about it. 7 on the shot clock. Hart driving baseline. Nice bounce pass underneath to Martinez for 2 more.
Nice move. Martinez still done a good game.
10 points now.
10 points now. Good presence in the paint. But what I love about Martinez is how he wait and patient to receive the ball. I mean, he has a good timing. That's what I want to say. He has a good timing on waiting for the ball after the pick and roll, or when they gonna passes the ball in the baseline when he cut it to the rim. He has a nice timing over there.
Gray with a 3 from deep. Jonathan Gray currently plays over in Italy. He averaged 10 points per game his senior year at Cornell. He was part of a famous Cornell team that made a run to the Sweet 16 in 2010. They defeated Temple, Wisconsin, eventually lost to #1 Kentucky, but a 12 seed making a run to the Sweet 16, pretty good. And there's always seems to be one 12 seed that makes a deep run in the NCAA tournament every year. It was Cornell in 2010. 54-35 our score. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Game 2 in the semifinals of the 2017 AmeriCup. Mexico and Argentina, that'll be exciting. Hodge all the way to the basket. You said some of the former national team players for Argentina starting to fill in, as are a lot of Argentine fans.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of fans trying to watch the next game. It's a nice game against Mexico and Argentina. It's going to be our second game with Coach Morales in our team. You can reach us with social media. T. Colker, 2 Ks. Soy Leo Montero, my case. So wait for you, the comments, and all I want to see and when I want to talk about basketball fans.
Hodge for 3, gets his own rebound. And there's a long 3 by Gray. It was from almost out of bounds.
That was a long 3. And immediately in the possession.
It was from Montevideo. And here's Reggie Williams for 3. That's no good. This looks a little bit like the start of the game where teams are just exchanging 3s. U.S. on top 54-37. Here's Hart. Argentina had a big soccer game the other night. A World Cup qualifier in Uruguay, in Montevideo.
Oh, yeah.
But
it was a boring game.
Yeah, not a lot.
0-0,
You got all these stars for Argentina. What's going on?
Come on.
Messi.
With Messi and Suarez on the court, on the field, It was a 0-0, boring. I was thinking what happened in the modern basketball with a lot of 3s. It's nice to see the Warriors or Cleveland or San Antonio with a lot of 3s. But it's nice when you made it. When you don't make it. When you don't make the 3. It looks like, we just go from the 3-point line to the other one and one side to side, and it's, It's when you don't make it, you get a 3-point without any sense.
Yep. That drives coaches crazy when you come down and take it.
Yeah.
'Cause you can get a 3 anytime you want, especially if you take it early in the shot clock. 5 changes for the USA. Hearn, Drew, Mumford, Plumlee, and Barron on the court. And Jeff Gundy using that bench here in the third quarter. USA on top, 55-38. Here's Drew. Mumford all the way to the basket. Plumlee, 10 on the shot clock. Plumlee backing down Martinez, back out to Barron. Barron kicks it out wide. Mumford for 3. In and out, no good. And a nice rebound by Hart as he went in between Plumlee and Hearn for that rebound. Here's Hodge around the perimeter. Hart. Martinez coming out to set a screen. Now gets it at the free throw line. He'll take that jumper. That's no good. And the U.S. going the other way.
The U.S. defense was pretty huge tonight. They were playing good, like zone, like mixed matches. You know, like they guarding very well on the pick and roll sides. They were doing an excellent job on that side, and of course on the offensive. They're good players, all of them, and Virgin Islands can handle it.
Rivera kicks it out. Hodge splitting a double team. The floater on the baseline, no good, but he will go to line and shoot 2. And we mentioned Hodge's 2 NCAA titles at Florida, and played with Joe Kim Noah, Corey Brewer, some of them Al Horford.
Al Horford, yes.
Maurice Spates. That's a pretty good college team. And no wonder they won back-to-back NCAA titles under Billy Donovan.
Yeah, 206 and 207, and Florida is a good, it's a good history for him. He's the leader of the team. He's having a good second half right now. He was a little bit focused on the technical foul, but then he missed the first free throw.
Well, here is Hodge back at the line. During those NCAA title runs, they beat UCLA in 2006, 73-57, and then in 07 over Ohio State, 84-75. Remember back in 2006, that was a big run they had, and that was the year that George Mason made a sweet run to the Final Four as a number 11 seed. And
he was the guy who says, we don't have nothing to lose, so we're here to enjoy. But, I think they're not enjoying the game too much because USA is, crushing them on both sides of the floor. And right now we got on the line one of the big guys from the USA doing a great job too, a double-figure guy.
Warney steps back to the line.
Yep.
Warney took Stony Brook to the NCAA tournament. Speaking of that tournament, back in 2016, had 23 points and 15 rebounds against Kentucky in round 1. He averaged double figures all 4 years at Stony Brook, their all-time leading scorer, over 2,100 points. Gets that free throw to go, and it's the USA on top. 58-40 here, under 5 minutes to go. Tom Colker, Leo Montero, coming to you from Cordoba.
So we can say for sure Warney is a double-figure guy.
Yeah,
because he's doing 10 and 10 in this tournament. Not today, but he's a team guy,
Yep.
You get it over there blocking shots and helping on defense, and then moving very well with patience in the low post. So I think he's doing a great job for USA.
The other thing he really showed in the first 3 games in Montevideo, for a big guy, he's got good floor vision. He made a lot of good passes. And a lot of times you don't see that with the big guys, but he really reads the floor well. Here's Drew.
That's a good point. I mean, we're watching right now.
Warney
in the post.
Yep. Turn around that one a little short. He was able to connect on that shot in the first half, and it's Hodge the other way. Under 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Hart thought about a 3, now at the free throw line. The floater from 10 is in and out, no good. Good hustle there by Larry Drew, but it'll stay with the Virgin Islands.
Yeah, he falls down to the floor. Great intensity on the defensive side for the All-USA, especially for Larry Drew, who I insist he has a great Vegas Summer League tournament.
Yep.
Playing for Philadelphia. He's a smart guy trying to catch the next step to the NBA. He playing for Sioux Falls on the G League or D League.
There's a nice move inside the paint that time by Simmons. Couldn't get the roll. And it's Drew the other way. He started his career at UNC, then transferred to UCLA. That is in and out, no good. Set the UCLA single-season assist record when he was there, and the Pac-12 record as well. Averaged over 7 assists per game. Hart off a screen, that's no good. Here's Mumford, who had 10 points in the first half to lead the United States. Mumford on the elbow, all the way to the basket. Can't get the runner to go. 58-40 our score. Adams. Fredericks making his first appearance here of the game. Just the second all-time meeting between these two teams. The U.S. participating in the AmeriCup for the first time since 2007. They went 10-0, defeating Argentina in the championship game. Prior to that, it was another win over Argentina in 2003. That shot way off the mark, and here comes Mumford. And of course, it was Argentina who got the best of the United States in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Here is...
You know what I was thinking about the last defense in the USA team is what I love this game and all this tournament when we see another...
Hearn with 3 there.
A three-point shot. Is the way they switch all the time, and they always have a guy in front of the guy who's with the ball. I mean, they don't get stuck in the blocks, and they always, it's a guy, look, right here was no necessity to do it. It's not necessarily all the time, but they are all the time at the front of the ball. That's good.
Hard, a nice move along the baseline, just couldn't get it to go, and Warney with another rebound.
It's a good strategy for Stan Bagandi because they are so athletic, so maybe a big guy can say, oh, nice pass.
Warney drawing contact after the no-look feed by Drew. Drew had a good tournament in the group stage. At least 4 assists in every game, including 7 in the opening one against Panama. I'll send Warney back to the line. Look at Jeff Van Gundy.
It was a nice move on the offensive side too. And he's going to the line again. And almost a block shot from Virgin Island who puts all the people here in the RFL. I say, whoa. You know.
Warney at the line. Can't get that first one to go. The U.S. shooting 44% for the game. Just 15% from downtown. And gets the second one to go. U.S. on top, 62-40.
But I would say that Warney is a consistent guy.
Yep.
He's a consistent player that you can trust him. Well, Virgin Islands is not scoring from the last 4, almost 5 minutes.
Warney now 9 points, 5 assists on the night.
So we get against Tom biggest lead of 22 points.
Mm-hmm.
Deficit for Virgin Islands, not scoring, getting dry.
Just 10 points in the first quarter for the Virgin Islands.
Uh-huh.
Here's Hart off a screen. Hart kicks it cross court. 8 on the shot clock. Floater in the lane, no good that time by Edwin. And the U.S. with the rebound. Here comes Mumford. Mumford off a screen by Hearn. Look underneath instead of go outside to Barron. Barron, a long 3 from the wing. That's in and out, no good. And a good rebound that time by the Virgin Islands.
There's a great box out there.
It's Phillip Jones. Here's Jones with it.
Jones is too big.
Edwin driving into the paint. That floater is good. Couldn't get the last one to go. That one drops for 2. His first basket of the game. Final 15 seconds here to the third quarter. The U.S. on top, 62-42. In control right now. The winner of this game will face the winner of Mexico-Argentina, semifinal number 2 of the 2017 AmeriCup. Mumford out of control to the basket. No call either way. That's how third quarter is going to come to an end.
They get mad, you know. They get mad. They finished the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen, by 20. USA's beating Virgin Islands. Nice job with the Jeff Van Gundy's guys. We are doing a consistent job on the both ends of the floor. We got the best Mumford in the first half.
Yep.
Actually, he got 0 in the second one. But it grows Williams. It grows a little bit on the paint. Warney.
Drew with some nice assists.
Yeah, at the beginning of this quarter, Planley, you know, as we said at the beginning, they're not having one guy who will score 30 points. Then they don't have one especially guy who carry on all the team. They are a choral team. They are a lot of guys who plays together with good intensity on the defensive sides, and from there they run the floor when they can. Very nice. They're not making a lot of 3 points. They playing good in the pick and rolls. They're playing good in the paint, especially with Warney. So USA is one quarter away from the final tomorrow in this Final Four in Cordoba, Argentina. So they're doing the things that they're supposed to do, and everybody thinks they're gonna do.
Yeah,
but they are, they are doing it right now.
Obviously a big favorite against the Virgin Islands coming into this one. Like I said, in the group stage, Uruguay was the biggest test.
Yeah.
That was a good game. In fact, Uruguay led the first quarter and a half, really. The U.S. made a late run to take a 2-point lead in the locker room, won the game 74-56. But that was a great back-and-forth game in front of a big crowd, a lot of noise. They were really into it. So it felt like a big-time college basketball atmosphere. Fourth quarter about to get underway here.
Yes, sir.
Tom Golker, Leo Montero.
Yes. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you for coming over to do the game and taking time away from your talk shows and your NBA shows and every other show. And
it's my pleasure for me.
Yes.
I'm working for NBA Latin America. I'm working for ESPN. I'm working for everybody. But right now I'm working for FIBA, and I'm so happy to be with you and Coach Morales and Javier Otero and Stephanie and all the staff because you know what? We are basketball fans, and we love to be in a basketball court.
That's right. Warney going up strong, can't get the finish. Here's Rivera the other way, and a foul on Drew.
Drew is not, let me check it out, 0 points, 3 assists, 2 boards, almost 14 minutes of action for him. He's not doing what he's supposed to be. In like 30 minutes playing in Vegas for Philadelphia, he was averaging almost like 8-9 points, 6.5 and assists.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs some time, but he plays better than we saw him today.
Here's Jones in the paint, can't get the floater to go. Mumford another rebound, and the U.S. looking to push. Here's Drew, Warney calling for it on the right block, going up against Jones. Warney backing down into the paint. Nice spin move. Jones, a nice block. Good defense there by Philip Jones. Here's Rivera off the screen on the elbow. Kicks it out. He'll get it back with 11 on the shot clock. Rivera at the free throw line. Into the paint. Comes to a stop. Shot blocked by Barron. Gets it out. Shot clock still running down. Here's a long three from the wing. That's no good by Edwin. And Mumford with the rebound.
That's a good thing to switch every time you can do it.
There's Drew. He heard you.
Yeah, it's thank you, Larry. Thank you, Drew.
He was on the scoreboard. His first basket of the game.
He was listening as I say. He's 0 points. Right. But I'm saying that he's it's good because in the last ball we saw Bron Williams playing a good defense against Rivera. So that was because he never gets stuck on the pick and roll. They switch every block. So that's good because you're gonna be all the time in front of your rival. Oh, nice move.
Nice play by Warney that time. And now Warney in double figures for the United States. Warney's had a good tournament. Had 8 points against Uruguay. 10 points, 10 rebounds in the opening game against Panama. So it's a big lead for the U.S., 66-45.
The points still have the intensity that they can bring to the floor, and they don't have it. I mean, they don't have the team, maybe they don't have the personnel. They don't have a lot of players to match the intensity they have in the USA team. So they're still having a draw over there with a lot of minutes without scoring.
Just 10 points in the first quarter. Long cross-court pass. Edwin along the baseline. Gets cut off that time by Hearn. Still trying to go baseline. He's underneath the basket. Off the glass that was in and out, no good. And we'll go back to the United States.
So it's 21 again. It was 22. The biggest lead. But we can say to the USA they could have bring more than that. It was always 20, 21, 22. They never get 30 points. So they got some mistakes too. They not gonna. I mean, they're gonna pay the mistakes if they play against Argentina or Mexico. It's not gonna be the same like Virgin Islands.
Billy Barron inbound, product of Canisius. Here's Mumford off a screen. Dumps underneath, nice feed, and Hearn with the finish for 2. What a look by Mumford.
Good look, good pass, good cut for the teammate.
Hearn now in double figures, the third player for the United States with 10 points. U.S. up big, 68-45. Here's Edwin in the corner. Jones calling for it in the block. Score the basket and a foul. That was good position that time by Phillip Jones underneath. Nothing C.J. Williams could do.
It was a very good 2-and-1 for Jones. He's too big in the paint. He was established there.
Big size, 6'11". Played at UNC Charlotte, averaged 5 points, 4 rebounds his senior year. He's third all-time in blocks. He had 130 blocks in his career at UNC Charlotte.
Well, he got one. He got 1 block tonight.
Yep.
2 rebounds, 5 points, maybe the 6 in a couple of minutes. But I would say this game is over. A long time ago. It's too hard to come back from a 10-point in a period at the beginning of the game. I mean, they set the tone from the beginning. USA, right? They set the tone on the defensive side, on the offensive side. They take a good advantage over there, and they still, working on it.
Plumlee back in the game for the United States. There's a whistle away from the ball. Foul on Martinez. Well, U.S. in good shape here to advance to the final of the AmeriCup and take on the winner of Mexico-Argentina. Our next game, here's Mumford. Marshall wide open underneath, and he gets the roll.
Nice cut. Perfect with a pick in the top of the key with Plumlee. Good pass from Mumford, and even better for Marshall to finish it.
Plumlee now in double figures. It's a tournament high for him. Checking back in for Virgin Islands is Simmons. Jones will come out. So U.S. on top, 70-48. Tom Colker, Leo Montero coming to you from Cordoba. This is semifinal action, game 1 in the U.S. and the Virgin Islands.
Remember, you can unit to the chat, to the comments that you can catch us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, of course, at FIBA. And T. Colker and Soy Leo Montero, both are accounts. In a few minutes, we're going to have a second huge game against Argentina or Mexico. The other one is going to be in the final tomorrow with USA.
Looking forward to that one. The crowd's continuing to fill in. Here's Rivera. I'm anxious to see the Argentina offense.
I say USA instead of we are in presence of a miracle in the next 6 minutes.
Well, you never know.
You never know. I know.
Here's Adams on the elbow, trying to dump it underneath. Good defense there by the U.S. 3-on-1 opportunity. Marshall leading the break. Hearn can't finish. Mumford follows for the dunk.
4 guys running the floor. Full speed for USA. That's one of the pictures of the game. From defense, running the floor, open, you have it over there.
It's another look.
All the streets. The big guys coming inside. One of them is Mumford. The other one was Plumlee. And Sam Mitchell.
All he can do is scratch his beard.
He is worried.
He's not happy right now.
He has to be worried about it, of course. He's not happy.
Mumford, this is a tournament high 12 points for the former product of Rhode Island. There's a look at Hodge. I mentioned Argentina, that explosive offense, but Scola not available.
Scola's not available. It's a shame for Luis because he was he got injured in Salta in the north of the country in one of the games. He came back 1 week later on Bahia Blanca and he injured the other. I think it was the right cuff. And, I mean, he's the great captain of the team.
Yeah, he's probably one of the most decorated players of all time in Argentine basketball history.
For a game like tonight, I want Scola on my team against Mexico. More physical.
So we mentioned that we talked a little bit earlier about the 2007 team.
Yeah.
The 2003 team for the United States that went 10-0 in this tournament. Allen Iverson, Jason Kidd, Tracy McGrady, Jermaine O'Neal, Vince Carter, Ray Allen. Listen to Sam Mitchell there in the huddle. Richard Jefferson, Tim Duncan. That final between Argentina, 106-73. Tim Duncan, 23 points, 14 rebounds. Ginobili, 16 points. We mentioned that because Tim Duncan from.
That's a good era.
Yep, Virgin
Tim
Islands.
Duncan never plays for Virgin Islands.
No.
No, he always plays for United States.
He probably could still play for the Virgin Islands if he wanted, right?
He makes for Wake Forest.
I mean, Sam Mitchell could call him and see if he wants to come play a little bit. Get him out of time.
That's good.
He's probably still good enough.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Gray along 3. That's no good. Mumford pushing it the other way, 3-on-3. Mumford a game-high 12 points for the U.S.
Do you think if you put right now, today, Duncan on the middle of the paint of Virgin Islands, it's going to be a different game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
It'll be totally different. Hearn, Marshall swings it in the corner. Mumford driving baseline, 3 on the shot clock, trying to kick it out. Good read by Gray. 2-on-2 the other way for the Virgin Islands. Gray all the way to the basket, score the basket and a foul. A nice move by Jonathan Gray after the steal, and he has a chance to complete a 3-point play.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you have the 2-and-1 running the floor. Gray having the moment right now. That was a bad pass from Mumford trying to make the extra pass, penetrating for the baseline and then trying to pass to the top of the key. And that's a risky pass. It's a risky pass to do it from the bottom of the line to the top of the key because it happens what we saw. They ran and they are the first one to run with the all foot ahead.
Mumford a 3 from the corner. He used to be hot, now 15 points. Here's Adams off a screen, open, and he connects. Only playing college ball at Tennessee Tech. Marshall the other way. Here's Barron. Back to Marshall, 15 on the shot clock. Plumlee coming out to set a screen. Kicks it cross court. Mumford. He'll catch, he'll shoot, and he'll connect. Back-to-back threes by Mumford. And he's having a great night. 2 goes on the line.
Yeah, I think it was
so 17 points from Mumford.
On the line. 25 again as the biggest lead of the USA on the end of the game.
Rivera drew a little contact there. There was no call.
Do you think 25 is the difference that exists between those two teams?
Yeah.
As for what we saw tonight, yeah.
Yeah, at least.
And if we said on the prior to the game too, at least 15-20.
Yep. And the U.S. has been in control throughout here. Simmons getting fouled that time. There's another look at that 3 from the corner by Mumford. Mumford became the fastest player in Rhode Island history to reach 1,000 points. And that in 2 years, from 2012 to 2014. Actually played 14 regular season games with Memphis in 2015 and had some minutes in the playoffs as well with the Grizzlies. As here's Simmons at the line. So he's another guy. A lot of these guys have decent NBA experience. They're not starters, or maybe some of them in the G League now, but a lot of them have played for various teams in the NBA, and it's not an easy feat. Here's Simmons back at the line. Gets that one to go.
At least, for the fans, people is arriving to the arena to see Argentina, of course, and Mexico, and a lot of them are coming to the second half. It's a nice chance with there's a Barham with another 3, better in the second half than in the first one. USA, it's a good chance to be who can be your opponent.
Yep.
USA. Everybody in the basketball world tries to beat USA all the time.
Number one.
No matter what tournament is.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. You look at this Final Four just with United States, Mexico, and Argentina. As Mumford open again. This is for 3, and that is good. It's second of the half. You have 3 of the top 20 teams in FIBA World Rankings here in this Final Four. It's a pretty big tournament.
So we can check it out right now. The 3-point shots for the United States. So they're improving a little better in the second half than in the first one.
Warney can't get it to go, but it'll go to the line. They were just at around 15% in the first half.
Yeah, now we have 6 of 25, but the last 3 or 4, at the first half they got 2. So they got 4 in the second one. We watched it a few minutes ago, so they extend the difference between those two teams, trying to reach almost 30-point difference. That's a lot.
Here's Warney back at the line. It's another good all-around game. 11 points, 5 rebounds for the Stony Brook product. Spent the summer league in Orlando with Dallas, and then played in Vegas with the Clippers. Rivera on the elbow. Here's Gray. It's back out to Rivera, 13 on the shot clock, now working off a screen. Gray thought about a 3, now a step back. Over to Rivera, 4 on the shot clock. Got to go, puts it up, a deep 3, that's off the mark. Warning with another board. We approach 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. The U.S. good shape here to advance on to the championship game. Here's Barron off a screen, another 3, and that's good. Second 3, Barron. Well, he scored over 1,400 points at Canisius. He started out his freshman year at UVA and then transferred to Rhode Island, so he's a guy who can light it up from outside. Once had 33 points in a game at Notre Dame.
So we got 7 of 26 for the United States right now. There's a 27%. Good job by Barron. And William Barron in the last minutes here. So we got a difference now, reduce it, but we got a 30-point difference finally for the USA.
3 by Fredericks the other way. Here's Barron in the paint. Can't get the floater to go. Fredericks with the rebound. U.S. on top, 87-60 here. 125 left to go. There's a jumper from the right elbow, and that's good. Good range there from Javier Martinez. Had a nice first half with 8 points.
Yeah, he got 12 points, 60% from the field. But I think every and any number of the Virgin Islands is gonna be brilliant because they were beat a lot by the entire USA team. So it's not gonna work anyway. The good numbers for Martinez or for Jones or for Hodge, it's gonna be unuseful because they're gonna feel when you get beat by 30.
Yeah.
What else? What number? What you don't go to the box score. I mean, individually, and say,
Sure.
yeah, I played good, but I lost by 30. I mean,
Yeah, you just want to move on.
yeah, it's gonna be hard for them.
Alec Brown had a 3 last time down, checking in the game. It's pretty good when a 7'1" center can step out and knock down a 3. Here's Barron. There's a lob underneath for Warney in the corner. Brown, another 3. That one in and out, no good. Less than a minute to go. The U.S. advancing on here to the championship game in the 2017 AmeriCup. They will await the winner for our next game, Mexico and Argentina. Step back by Gray. That's no good. Brown with the rebound. And that should just about do it. The U.S. in control from the start, Leo, and they're going to win it big.
Yeah, from the beginning. There was an entire game, the full 40 minutes, a great victory. People understand that. We're starting to big applause for the USA team in this victory, almost for 30. And it's going to be almost, because it's 90-62, Tom.
Yep, final score from Cordoba. The U.S. now 64-10 all-time in AmeriCup play. They return to the title game for the first time since they last played in this tournament in 2007, and potentially now, Leo, for the 3rd straight time the U.S. has played in a title game here in AmeriCup. They could face Argentina if Argentina can beat Mexico coming up. And those two teams, they've met, 29 times, and a lot of history, a lot of good basketball history between the U.S. and Argentina.
There is a lot of history. I think people is waiting that it's going to be a final tomorrow in the second turn with Argentina, the local team against the USA. We got a lot of history there.
But Mexico's not going to be an easy out. Mexico 3-0 in group play. They're a big physical team.
Mexico wants to be in the final. They are playing good. We said it before. Here we have a huge USA team playing together, playing good defense, switching in all the blacks, running the floor when they can, hitting the threes in the second half.
Much better shooting in the second half.
Much better. So if they finish with 8 of 27 in the total, but we just got 2 in the first half, and they got 6, especially in the last minutes of the fourth quarter. So it's Great win, but the Jeff Van Gundy's team, they're retiring right now from the locker rooms. We have the numbers over there.
Yeah, here a look at some of the numbers. As we go through, you can see the breakdown between 2-point baskets, 3-point baskets.
Yeah, the only bad thing is 8 of 28 from 3 points. The other ones are awesome. 18 of 25 on free throw shoots. Look at the rebounds.
Big difference there.
Double there. 47-28. The assist, it doesn't matter too much. The fouls, it doesn't matter too much. The turnovers are
7
tight.
steals.
Yep, 7 steals and 5 blocks to 2. But the point is, they get a great offense. They get a great, they double on rebounds. And they get a great percentage in the field goal percentage. It's going to be finishing in what? How many? I don't know,
They had 5 players finish in double figures.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Led by Mumford. 20 points for Mumford.
But I mean, the total.
Total shots.
Almost 49% from the field for United States tonight. So Mumford 20 and 10 boards.
Yeah, big game for Mumford. By far his best night in the whole tournament. 20 and 10. Reggie Williams, who had a big first half, finished with 10 points. As did Reggie Hearn, who had a strong second half. Warney finishes with 12 points on the night. So 5 guys for the United States. The only time they shot better, the opening game against Panama, in a big win when they scored 97 points. They shot 51% for the game overall. But this was their second best shooting night of the whole tournament.
Yeah, for Virgin Islands, very good for them to be here in the Final Four. They just won 1 game in Bahia Blanca. They lost 2. So it's a gift for them. We don't have nothing to lose. He said Hodges, and, well, they lose the game. They don't have nothing to lose. But they faced a good USA basketball team who's going to be in the final. So it's going to be interesting what's going to happen against or Mexico or Argentina, because they have great pointers too.
Yep.
Alex Perez, Jorge Gutierrez, and another guys. Paco Cruz, who starts as a forward, and even Argentina with Campazzo, La Provitola, Garino, Brusino, in deck. On the paint, but I mean, it's going to be nice to see them, any of those, against this team of USA.
All right, so let me ask you, who you picking? You going with your home team?
Yeah, I have to pick.
Right. You got to, right?
I have to pick Argentina, of course. I have to pick Argentina. It will be nice because it's a new era of new players without Scola, so they can make it for themselves. So it's going to be good to see Campazzo, La Provitola, Garino, Deck, Brusino to do it by themselves. It's a new era from the gold generation, for the soul of the Argentina, so it's going to be good. But as we said before, Mexico is playing good, but the big guys are playing good, Hernandez and Mata. So it's going to be nice to to see what happened with these 2 games. But we for now we got a game ahead.
Yep.
We got a game ahead.
US
with our teammates.
Yep.
So it's going to be nice to keep watching it. Thank you, everybody who's watching.
Yeah, this was a pleasure. Thank you for joining me on the
podcast.
podcast.
It's my pleasure, Tom. It's my pleasure.
Awesome to have you on here with us. And once again, the final score from Cordoba, the U.S. 90, Virgin Islands 62. The U.S. advancing on to the 2017 AmeriCup final. That'll be tomorrow. They face the winner of Game 2 coming up next. It's Mexico and Argentina. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good. You like it?
I didn't know if